I grew up with Mitch Miller and Lawrence Welk, believe it or not. But there was always music in my family. My great uncle Joe was a music teacher. My grandmother would play. There's always singing in the house. My sisters and I were going to grow up to be the Lennon sisters. Yeah. We'd go to bed singing at night. So music's always been there. I didn't really start playing out or anything until I was 48, but I always enjoyed music. So there's a lot of, it's just there.
There were the polka hour from Pittsburgh and country music from Wheeling or Fairmont, where I grew up, and just a family that loved music. And so that was kind of in my soul. My mother sang when she worked around the house, and she was a stay-at-home mom in the 50s, 60s, or the rest of her life. Polkas and
Oompa.
Lawrence Welk.
When I was younger, I actually had a musical theater background, so I was all into songs from musicals. And so, but at the same time, I had this weird crush on John Denver.
You probably weren't the only one.
Yeah, I even had little round glasses.
All I know is I knew Trish, and I played with Trish. I knew Lisa, I played with Lisa. And some were in all of that cosmic energy. We got together.
And I think it was when Lisa came back and lived at Warren Road.
Yeah.
And I was working at the middle school on Warren Road.
Right next door.
And
I'm
right
working-
next door.
Yeah.
And I'm working on
Nora
Warren
was
Road.
across the street
Yeah.
at Bosie's.
But I do remember you telling me that this woman, so talented. You talk about Trish, she plays all these instruments. She's a really good singer and a great songwriter. And I'm like, oh, I want to meet her.
Yeah, and I think it just, we met and we jammed and we had a good time. And for me, it's like, yeah, we just instantly hit the harmonies and knew a lot of the similar songs, and it just clicked.
Yeah.
And we played for a while, and then Lisa had to leave the area for a while, and so we kind of took a long hiatus, and we're getting back together, and we're still hitting those harmonies, and for me, I'm still having a good time. It's
Well, Nora's got a nice, like, lower voice, and then you're more of a mid-range, and then I have a higher, so kind of naturally gravitated to three-part harmonies, so.
Yeah, it's worked.
Yeah.
It has.
She cuts the cane and gathers grain when the boots of fall surround her. Her bones grow old in the wintry cold. She wraps her cloak around her.
None such, none such, none such was her name. Oh, none such, none such, none such was her name. Oh.
Monday night contra dances and the jam that would happen on the Commons in Ithaca. That Commons looked different than what you have down there now. There was a pavilion right in the middle of the strip. And at about, 5:30, 6 o'clock, musicians would just start showing up, and there were common fiddle tunes that everyone would learn to play, and you would learn to play them by coming and listening and learning to play, and then the guitar players would learn chords off of other people.
The jam
community,
like feeds into the dance community.
Yep.
Yeah, or the dance community and their need for music has
That's what
helped
created
a lot
it all.
of
Yeah.
a lot of people coming together and learning.
When I hear a guy say it's his way or the highway, well, the highway is the place he ought to be. Yeah, the highway is the place he ought to be. Driving down the road and feeling free. Windows down, he's singing happily. Wicked songs about a girl like me. Guess a man has an engine.
There goes a heron, I think.
Yeah, I saw it. So for me, I started working in Ithaca, and after 20-some years or so, I'm going to go buy a guitar. I knew about 3 or 4 chords. I said, I'm just going to... And then right after that, I met a guy that I still play music with, and he invited me to a jam in Watkins. And my first instrument was a shaker egg and a washboard. I soon discovered that they really appreciated the fact that there was somebody in the group that had rhythm. That would be me. And I did know a few chords, so they started playing a few songs that had 2 or 3 chords in it that I could do it. And then within 2 weeks of that jam, I'm on stage playing with these guys. I said, now this is fun.
Here we go.
Woke up this morning, wasn't feeling so fine. Guess I can't complain, I guess I shouldn't whine. I'm feeling pretty healthy and I'm pretty free. Just not free of this feeling that's troubling me. Can't figure it out even though there are clues. 'Cause I'm just another white girl singing the blues.
It's music. There's no
age limit.
That's right.
Yeah.
No requirement, no limit. It's just a willingness to get together and share in the music. So it really brings people together for a common good purpose of sharing music in the community.
Yeah, and on that note, it's like, I don't think we would have been friends or become friends if it weren't for that music connection. I love these two. We have a good time. We go a lot.
We wouldn't cross
but
paths.
if we hadn't crossed paths musically, we may not even know each other, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read somewhere there's a fall can be in different like chunks of a season, and this is the stick season of fall.
Okay.
For the reasons that you see sticks everywhere and the trees are all bare. But that's my answer. Every season I'm in is, this is my favorite season.
I love spring. I love fall. I love my pond when I can swim in it in the summer. You know, there's just like certain things about each season that are special.
That's right. They're all beautiful.
And because they change, you appreciate those things about them. And I can appreciate the winter I'm very appreciative that it doesn't last forever. That it does come to spring, and it's just such a wonderful feeling to see things bud and bloom and come to life again.
But it's so true, because we live in the Finger Lakes area, we can enjoy all the seasons. We have them all. I got to say that my favorite season is fall, especially the Indian summer. Yes, I know it's coming. I know winter's coming, and I tend to hibernate if I can. But I just love the smells of fall and the falling leaves and the colors. And I've always been a mild fall person.
Love was never meant for me. True love was never meant for me. Seems somehow never can agree.
So, for songwriting purposes, I think that the seasons, I haven't really thought about it in terms of seasons, but I definitely feel more like writing in the fall and the winter than I do in the summer. And I guess that's just because naturally we're like more inside,
More homebound.
and more focused on that kind of thing.
Aging, the milestones of gray hair, the coming to the wisdom age of, I think I was, I don't know, it must have been my 40s when hair started changing color, and there early on I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna try some hair dye. So I did that for quite a while, and then finally I just got tired of the smell and tired of the artificial color.
Chemicals.
So I don't know, maybe it's been 3 or 4, maybe it was when I hit 60 or something. I went, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to I'm just going to find out what it looks like. And so once I did, I was like, you know, I got the wrinkles, I got the hair. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's this is where I'm at.
How come you got wrinkles on your face? Because I earned
Are you
every
old?
one of them.
Are you old?
Don't you agree that you just don't care about a lot of things like you used to care about? I know stress the same way.
Yeah, that's true. It's like if I made a mistake, oops, just keep going.
Yeah.
And when you first learn, it's like, oh my God, I screwed it up. I ruined the whole thing.
Right.
Now you just,
And in the rest of your life, it's not that you don't care, it's that you can sort of discern what's important and what's not important.
Yeah.
What I'm discovering is that in order to understand my own grown children, I can't rely on what I thought an older person was supposed to think, or an older person was supposed to behave, or how other people should treat someone who's older. And so there's this sort of like adaptability that never stops. Like, doesn't matter how old you are, you still have to be able to adapt to new situations and not just be stuck in, you know, one way of thinking. And you need to allow your thinking to evolve, or else you will just become sort of like this fossil with, you know, these, you know, beliefs that can't be changed. And so you need to respect what younger people are trying to say. I kind of thought, like, thinking of my grandmother, that she had it all figured out when she was my age. And I'm thinking, well, maybe she didn't. Maybe she was actually, you know, kind of going by the seat of her pants, just like I am. I mean, when she turned 60, that was the first time she'd ever been 60.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was all new to her. But when I'm a kid, I thought, you've been alive forever. So
And
you've
you know
always,
everything.
you know
Yeah.
everything. But it's not true.
No.
Life can be a real tumbler. We're like a rock that's being tumbled.
And that's precisely why when you're parents and you're in your 20s and 30s, it's precisely why you don't have the time to reflect. Because you're busy taking
are in
care
the
of
middle
life
of it.
as it is. Yep. 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 My mom was very influential in some attitudes about life in general. And she was a MASH nurse in Korea. So she had a good attitude about life itself, where it was you heal the wounded and you bury the dead. The fact is, nobody gets out of this alive. So the older you get, the more you want to make sure that you take advantage of all the moments that you have and make them as pleasant as possible for yourself and for those people around you and your family. And you just don't care about all the trivial stuff anymore. You want to live each day as well as you can. It's true. You reach a certain point and you said, enough of this adulting. I want to have some fun as an adult, and I don't have to ask anybody's permission. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, I'm going to go for it. And there you have it.
Running down that hill.
Yep. Full speed.
Yeah. I'm on a slow speed.
The
I'm going on
tortoise and-
molasses. My ball's going to roll through some molasses.
Yeah.
Slow down a bit.